Hi guys! I hope you are all doing well today, because in today's video I'm going to show you how to make this wall hanging. It's a very fast working project, so let's jump into it. But first, a quick word to our today's sponsor. This is Moi. If you never heard of Moi, that's me, Julie. So please show me some love by watching this video till the end. Subscribe if you haven't already. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Share with your friends. And now let's get back to our today's video. So for this wall hanging, I'm going to use all kind of yarn that I've thrifted a while back. So I thrifted all this yarn. It is a socks yarn, and I'm going to hold two strands together. In addition to the yarn, I'm going to use a 4mm crochet hook. You are also going to need a pair of scissors and yarn needle to weave in your loose ends. If you don't have socks yarn, go ahead and use the yarn that you have in your stash, and adjust the hook size to the yarn that you are using. So we are going to have for the wall hanging, we are going to have 3 different squares that we are going to attach together, and then at the end we are going to create a loop to be able to hang them on. Now I'm going to take this yarn and this yarn right here, hold 2 strands together and chain 20. Now once you've chained 20, you are going to start into the second chain from the hook and make a half double crochet, and then 1 half double crochet in each chain till the end. So we are first going to work all in half double crochets. Now once you've done that, go ahead and take your tape measure and measure the width of your square. So I have 12 centimeters, almost 12 centimeters in total. So I'm going to work as many rows as I need of half double crocheting until I reach 12 centimeters in height. And to do that, I'm going to chain 1. This doesn't count as a stitch. Enter my work and half double crochet into the very first stitch, and then half double crochet into each stitch across till the end of the row. So I'll meet you back once I have 12 centimeters in total to show you how to work next. Okay, so I've worked 14 rows in total because I've measured again, and my square is, once I've made more rows, my square is 13 centimeters. So I also have 13 centimeters in height, so not 12, 13. Now next you are just going to chain 1 and cut your yarn. We are going to change color, and we are going to be working all the way around the square. Now let me pick another color quickly. This is the color that I'm going to work next, and I'm holding again 2 strands together. So make a slip knot, and you are going to rejoin right here at the beginning of your last round, and in there, in your very first stitch, you are going to make 3 single crochets. We are going to work all the way around. In each corner we are making 3 single crochets, and then you are going to make 1 single crochet in each chain till you have 1 stitch left. At this point you should have your first 3 single crochets into the very first stitch, and then 17 single crochets in between. And now into the last stitch we are also going to make 3 single crochets, 1, 2 and 3. Now on the side, since I have only 14 half double crochet rows in total, I also want to have 17 single crochets, so in between these 2 corners. So I'm going to work evenly 17 single crochets into the half double crochet row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need to add 3 more single crochets. 7, 8, 9, 10, and now I'm making here another single crochet. 11, 12, 13, 14. I needed to redo this portion right here. So I have 17 single crochets. Now we are into the third corner. So here is the chain that you've started. In your very first stitch you are going to make 3 single crochets, and then you are going to make 17 single crochets in between, 3 single crochets into the last one, and then 17 single crochets, and you will slip stitch to the first stitch, and I'll meet you back here. Now we are going to change color. You can trim this off right now, and we are going to work in the round for a total of 4 rounds. And I'm going to take this sunny yellow. This is also thrifted. This is not a sock yarn, so this is a I would say a size 3. So make a slip knot, and then you are going to join again right here in the corner in your second increase with a single crochet, and then in the same stitch you are going to make 2 more single crochets, and now you are going to have 19 single crochets in between your corners, and then in the corner you are going to make again 3 single crochets, 19 on the side, 3 single crochets, 19 at the bottom, 3 single crochets into the corner, 19 on the other side. And you are going to increase your rows. So with this sunny color here I want to work 4 rounds in total. So for this round you will have 19, then for the next you will have 21 in between, then 23 in between, and then 25 in between your corners. Okay, so I'm going to work these 4 rounds off camera and meet you back. I want to show you how to join the rounds. So you are going to slip stitch to the first stitch, the first increase. Then you are going to start the next round by slip stitching into the second increase. So I always want to start into the corner, and then chain 1, and into the same stitch you are going to make your corner. So 1, 2, 3 single crochets into the same stitch, and now you will have 21 corners, so on and so forth. Here I am at the end of my 4th round with yellow, with sunflower yellow or sunshine yellow, sunny yellow, whatever you call this, with my yellow. Slip stitch, chain 1 fast enough, and now we are going to make another round with a fourth color. So for my last round I'm going to pick up this one here, and this is also a little bit thicker. It seems to be thicker, so I have another one here. I'm going to take this gray and make my last round. So you are going to make a slip knot, and you are going to join again into the corner, into the second increase, and start with 3 single crochets into the same stitch. And then for this very last round you are going to have 27 single crochets in between your corners. And once you've done this very last round, you are going to fasten off, since the first square for our wall hanging it's then complete. We are just going to make some decoration here on the front. So once you've done your very last round, slip stitch, chain 1, fasten off. I'm going to take the same yarn that I've made my last round, and now we are going to make the surface slip stitch right here where this round was, the first round around the square. So for this you are going to make a slip knot, and I'm going to start again into the corner and join with a slip stitch like so. And then to make the surface slip stitch I'm just going to go where I'm coming out with my yarn, and then go around the post and slip stitch. So where I'm coming out with my yarn, around the post and slip stitch. So this is what I'm going to do now. Do the same if you want, and then meet me back again. Okay, now I want to add a little bit more detail to my square, so I'm going to take this colorway here and again make a slip knot, and I'm just going to make some surface slip stitches, like without following any pattern, just randomly some surface slip stitching like this. And then maybe I'm going to go now up the next row, and eventually another up the row. So I'm just slip stitching randomly, just as I feel I should do this. So without following any pattern, I go ahead and do the same what your gut is telling you to do. I always love adding some accent to my handmade pieces. Doesn't matter if this is a decor piece or something to wear. I always like adding like some uniqueness to my pieces, to make them unique and different. . Just you want to make sure that you are keeping a loose tension, so don't pull too much at your yarn. I'm just going to finish this with you in real time, so that you can kind of follow my working process. And I'm going to finish here, so chain 1, cut off, and I'm going to pull this on the back side of my work. And at this point I am just going to tie these two ends together and cut out the excessive yarn. Now go ahead and weave in all the loose ends, and this very first square is done. Now let's move on to the next square. Okay, now the second square I'm going to start off with this color here. Now go ahead and make a magic ring, pull up a loop and chain 1 to secure your work. Into the magic ring you are going to make 8 single crochets, so this is going to be your first round, 8 single crochets in total. Once you've done that, you are going to close your magic ring and slip stitch to the first stitch. We are going to work in the round and slip stitching at the end of each round, and then chain 1. This doesn't count as a stitch. And for round 2 we are going to make 1 single crochet and 1 increase. So this is going to be your pattern repeat, 1 single crochet, 1 increase. At the end of the second round you should have a total of 12 stitches. Now you are going to slip stitch and we are going to change color. I'm going to take again my sunny, sunshine, sunflower yellow and make a slip knot and pull the slip knot through the loop. And now the next round, it's going to be 1 single crochet, 1 increase. Again, you are going to make 1 single crochet, 1 increase all the way around. At the end of the third round, you should have a total of 18 single crochets. Slip stitch to your first stitch, chain 1 to step up. For round 4, you are going to have 2 single crochets and 1 increase. And again, 2 single crochets, 1 increase. Repeat all the way around. At the end of round 4, you should have a total of 24 single crochets. For round 5, you are going to have 3 single crochets, 1, 2, and 3, and 1 increase. At the end of the round, you should have a total of 30 single crochets. Now at this point, join with a slip stitch, and you can trim off the yellow or just the second color you added. And now we are going to pick up our first color. So in my case, it's going to be brown. Chain 1. And for round, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For round 6, your pattern repeat, it's going to be 4 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1 increase. So again, 4 single crochets and 1 increase. At the end of this round, you should have a total of 36 single crochets. Okay, now at the end of round 6, you are going to slip stitch and change color. I'm now going to take this brown right here. This is a little bit darker than the one I've used before, and I'm also going to take this one here and hold 2 strands together. So let me see where it's the beginning of here. Okay, so now holding 2 strands together, make a slip knot and pull your loop through this loop. Now for round 7, you are going to have 5 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 increase. So this is round 7. Then for round 8, you will have 6 single crochet, 1 increase. For round 9, you will have 7 single crochets, 1 increase. And for round 10, you will have let me see, for round 10 you will have 8 single crochets and 1 increase. So I'm going to work 4 rounds of camera and then meet you back again. So round 7, 8, 9, and 10 of camera and meet you back again. Okay, so once you've done these 4 rounds, you should now have a total of 60 single crochets. Now you are going to join with a slip stitch and fasten off. And now I'm going to take a lighter color, so this colorway right here. And the next step, it's going to be turning the circle into a square. So you are going to make a slip knot and pull through, and you are going to chain 2 more. This counts as a double crochet, and into the same stitch you are going to make 2 more double crochets. This is going to be your very first corner. Now into the next stitch you are going to make 1 double crochet. Into the next you are going to make 1/2 double crochet, into the next, again 1 half double crochet, and into the next stitches you are going to make 1 single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Now make 1 half double crochet into the next. We are going to mimic what we've done here, and another half double crochet into the next, and then 1 double crochet into the next, and into the next stitch we are going to make the second corner. So 3 double crochets into the same stitch. Now we are going to repeat on this side. So 1 double crochet into the next, half double crochet into the next 2 stitches, single crochet into the next 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, half double crochet into the next 2, 1 and 2, double crochet into the next, and then make your third corner. So 1, 2, 3 into the same stitch, and 3. This is your third corner. So repeat for this side and this side, and I'll meet you back here just at the end of the row. I want to show you how to finish. So you will have 2 half double crochets and 1 double crochet, and now you are going to join with a slip stitch to your third chain, this one here, the last chain, and then you are going to slip stitch into the middle one, so into the second double crochet. Now you are going to step up with the chain of 3, which is a double crochet, and 2 more double crochets into the same stitch, like so. Now you are going to make 1 double crochet into the next 3, 1, 2 and 3. Then you are going to make 1 half double crochet into the next 2, 1 and 2, and then 1 single crochet into the next 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 1 half double crochet into the next 2, 1 and 2, 1 double crochet into the next 3, 1, 2 and 3, and now you've reached your second corner. In there you are going to make 3 double crochets, like this, and now you are going to repeat. So 3 double crochets, 2 half double crochets, 6 single crochet, 2 half double and 3 double crochets, and another corner. So I'm going to meet you back here. Okay, and now the square that I've now made is like almost the same as the first one right here. So it has the same measurement, like almost the same measurement. Now what you're going to do next is you are going to work with the same color, like 1, 2, 3, 5 rounds, only single crocheting, and you are going to start always into the second stitch. So you've slip stitched here, and you are going to start into the next one. So you are going to slip stitch 1, chain 1 to step up, and then make 3 single crochets in there. And then you are going to single crochet all the way in between until you reach the next corner, the second stitch, the second increase stitch, and in there you are going to make your increase, and you are going to repeat this for a total of 5 rounds. And then the 6th round, it's going to be worked into a different color, so you can take whatever color you prefer. I'm going to take this one here to make my very last round for the square. So I'm going to work 5 single crochet rounds this colorway, and then the last one is going to be this colorway. Okay, so I'm going to finish this off camera and then meet you back again for the 3rd square. Okay, so I finished my 2nd square. Now to make the 3rd square, I'm going to use the sunflower, sunshine, sunny, whatever yellow. So I will be using yellow, and also use these 2 colors and hold like each color 1 strand, so holding 2 strands together with these colors right here. First I'm going to start chaining 23 with my yellow, so go ahead and chain 23. Now we are going to start into the 2nd chain from the hook and make a half double crochet and 1 half double crochet into the next 3 chains. And on the last one we are going to change color. So you will have at the beginning now 4 half double crochets with your yellow color. Now hold this on your hook and take your next color and finish this stitch off. And now we are going to work over the yellow, so you can also leave floats on the back side of your work if you want. So now I'm going to make 5 half double crochet with my color B. 1, and on the last one we are going to change color, so switch to yellow. 2, 3, 4 and 5. Oh, on the 5th one we are going to change color, of course, so like this. Now take your color A and finish this last stitch. Now you are going to make 1 half double crochet in each chain till you have 3 chains left. So try working over your color B. It has some thread showing, so if you don't like this you can leave floats on the back side of your work. But for me it makes kind of interesting seeing this a little bit through the yellow, so I still need to make 1 more. And now finish this last stitch with your color B, and now you are going to make your last 3 stitches with your color B, like so, and then you are going to chain 1 and turn your work. Start into the first stitch, chain 1, doesn't count as a stitch, and make 3 half double crochets with your color B, and then change to color A. Now I want to mention, I want to work like so I don't have a pattern, so here for I'm going to work now the colors for this row of like I have 3 with color B, then I'm going to work with color A over my color A, and then with color B over the color B, and then color A over my color A, and then the next like row 3 I'm going to start working with my color B, like yeah, how can I explain this? So I'm going to make only 3 with A, and then 5 with B, starting like right here, the last stitch on the color A, and I'm going to kind of move my color like this way until I reach, so let me measure this. My measuring tape is, so this is going to be like a freestyle color work. So my work measures 16 centimeters, so I'm going to work this way until I reach 16 centimeters. Once I've done this, I'm going to work off camera and show you like how my square is looking like. So go ahead and make your own freestyle color work. We are going to work around the square, so the same as we did here, until you have a square that it is the same width and same height like the very first one. So it needs to be, in my case, 18 centimeters. And this is going to be to work in the round, like single crochets around the square. You are going to work the same as you've worked here, like 3 single crochets in each corner, and then pick up the stitches and make sure that you have on this side and on like on top and at the bottom on the sides the same amount of single crochets in between your corners. Okay, so I'm going to finish this off camera and then meet you back again to show you how to join these squares together to be able to make a wall hanging. Okay, so here I have my third square done. As you can see, is the same width and height as my very first one, so this is quite important, so that all of your three squares are the same, have the same measurements. And I've decided on this one and also on this one, as you can see, to use my dark gray, so the same color that I finished my very first square, just to kind of match them together. Now I'm going to do the surface slip stitch on this one using this colorway, and I'm going to do the surface slip stitch starting down here and then following my color path, and then go up until here, like from this corner up to this corner, only this side. You can do like everywhere where your color changes is you do you, and I do from this corner up to this corner. So this is how it's looking like so far. Now I'm just going to tie a few knots and then just trim off the excessive yarn. You can weave in all of your loose ends if you want so, but I think on the back side nobody's going to see this, so I'm just going to make some knots, and only here on the edging I'm just going to weave in my yarn, just because I don't want to any kind of leftovers look on the outside of my work. So you go ahead and do this, and I'll meet you back to show you how to join them together and attach tassels if you want so. This would be optional. Okay, now to join them together you are going to make a chain and put them in put the chain in half, and you should even like have some space in between your squares. In my case I've chained 181 chains, and this goes from the bottom all the way up, so having some space all the way up, and then at the end you are going to have a little bit of a loop right here, so that you can hang this on. And what you are going to do next is you are just going to start into the second chain from the hook and make 1/2 double crochet, and then 1/2 double crochet in each chain across till the end. Once you're at the end of the chain you are just going to chain 1 and fasten off, and then you are going to turn your squares the wrong side facing you, and you are going to start attaching the band you've created on the bottom, like on the side, and you can sew this, or you can also use adhesive, some glue, and glue them on, and make sure that you have the same space in between your squares. And I'll meet you back once I've done this to show you how to make the tassel and attach your tassels. Okay, now at this point the wall hanging is actually done. Now this is optional. If you want to attach 2 tassels here on the bottom, I have here a piece of cardboard. I'm going to wrap. You should wrap the same amount of yarn for both tassels, so I'm going to wrap some yarn. I wrapped 40 times over my cardboard. So my cardboard is 10 centimeters in height. Now I'm also going to prepare a piece of yarn, so actually 2, to make the tassels. And now at this point I'm going to cut right here on one side, now next take one piece of yarn and lay your fringes so that this piece of yarn is in the middle, and make a knot. And now take your second piece of yarn and wrap around to close your fringes and create a tassel. And secure again your yarn by making a knot like this, and one tassel done. So make a second tassel. Once you've done that, you are just going to trim so that your tassels have the same length. And then you are going to sew them or use your crochet hook and attach them on the back side of your last square. And once you've made everything, go ahead and block your squares. Use some stiffener so that your squares are like properly stiff. Or you can also use some wooded sticks and sew them, especially on top of the first square, so that everything stays straight. Otherwise it's going to pull in or out once you've attached to a wall. So or you can also use some sturdy felt and sew this on the back side of the squares. You can use cardboard and use some glue and glue them on the back side of your squares. So you have many options on how to stiffen your wall hanging. If you made it so far, thanks for watching and for joining me today, and I'll see you next time with a new one. Bye!